So, good question for you guys. Why would you recommend this job for college students?
Question.
I think this job is tailor-made for college students. When I first started this job, I was in college. For me, I guess it starts with, it's usually when you're at your hungriest. You know, I'm definitely eager to learn and grow and develop, and I'm still a go-getter. I'm not too far out of college, but at that age, I mean, you have so much energy, you have so much drive, I guess, to go out and get it. And I think this job, like we've said, I think in a couple other interview questions, it really pays what you're worth. So if you want to go after and go after it, you're gonna get rewarded for it. I think the other thing too is college is such a busy time, and to have to balance that workload of working a full-time job and full-time being a student, and you have all kinds of other, whether it's clubs or relationships, being able to really compartmentalize and just shoot, let's restart that one. I realized I was going into it, and I think I was taking a lot of your.
No, you're good. You're good. I was going to build off of it. I was ready to build off. Thank you.
Cool. Okay, let's try again.
Just keep going.
Yep.
Boom. So, good question for you guys. Why do you recommend this job for college students specifically?
Yeah. When I first started this job, I was a college student, so I think for me, this job is tailor-made for college students. You're eager when you're 19, 20, 21, you're ready to prove yourself, you've got a lot of energy. It takes a lot of work, but it's something that it's such a unique time in your life where you really get to define your trajectory. Where are you going to go? What are you going to become? How are you going to develop? And with this job, you just, if you put that time in, you put that work and effort in, you really, like we've said in other videos and other questions, you really get paid what you're worth. The other thing too that we've talked about a little bit is just the busyness of being a college student. You're working full time. You've got relationships to balance, clubs, sports, all your classes, and really, if you spread yourself too thin, you're really not being. It's hard to be successful in all things at once. And so for me, I found most of my success in my life when I'm able to compartmentalize and really focus on just a few really important aspects of my life. And so during the summer, it's work really hard at Aptive, and when it's the off season, it's work hard at school, work hard on my relationships, work hard on any other personal goals or development that I have.
I love that, and that's a science. Focusing on one thing and not spreading yourself too thin is a very common trait of successful people. There's a book called The One Thing. I'm sure you guys have heard of it, where it talks about the most successful people aren't dipping into multiple things at once. They're not jack of all trades. Are never wildly successful people. Rarely.
Right.
The best people in sales are just focused on sales. The best people at Facebook or internet marketing just focus on that majority of the time. So I totally agree with that. Not with relationships with college and with classes and work. Trying to do all those things to be able to take work out of the equation and just focus on class is huge.
And you've been able to do that.
Yeah, I have. I can totally vouch for that.
Yeah.
been a game changer for me.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. And I think my answer to that question is twofold. And it's kind of a little different perspective. It's kind of the executive perspective. I got to that point where I was hiring. I was doing a lot of interviewing and always looking for good talent. And every once in a blue moon, somebody's resume would come across my desk that would have some type of door-to-door sales, summer sales position. I'd want to laminate that. I'd want to gold plate and set that one aside. Like, this one person, this guy, I need to make sure this guy comes in.
Yeah.
And why? Because this job is just going through it for the summer. It's a testament to a person's work ethic, to their ability to work with other people. You talked about negotiation earlier.
Yeah.
I know that, and this is independent of your profession. I mean, you think about engineering, medical. One of the people I worked with as a sales professional, he went on and he was able to, it ended up paying for dental school for him, and he was able to write out of dental school, go out and start his own dental practice.
Amazing.
And he knew he could do it because he had that confidence, he had that work ethic, and he knew he could go out and get customers. And I think that's true of anybody who does this job. Is just it gives them that skill set, and that's what we teach. It gives them the skill set, they learn it. And so that's definitely something there from an executive standpoint. Hey, look, if you've done this before, whoever's going to hire you down the road, no matter your profession, they're going to look at you and say, hey, this is a person I want on my team.
Yeah.
Because they know that you're going to deliver results.
Yeah.
So that'd be my first answer. Second one is when I was younger, I was going out and I was just talking to people looking for mentors. And I noticed a common characteristic among CEOs, business owners, and people who are wildly successful. And they had all done summer sales. And so I was like, hey, look, that was a good place to start for them.
Yeah.
That'd be a good place to start for me as well. And I think it's just, again, a testament. That's where they learn those skills of being able to be tenacious, stick with it, being able to negotiate, work through something hard. And so those are my two main answers. And I'll just add on to them. You know, you can't find another job that will give you as much money as this.
So true.
And so that'd be my other answer. Learn, you're going to get some serious skills. Earn, you're going to earn some serious money. And growing, you put that on your resume, and you're going to grow more here than anywhere else.
And even to add on to that, Tommy, even if you're trying to be a doctor or dentist or or work in construction, whatever it is, the skill set and assets you build and the knowledge will be huge in going to other careers. Whether you're a dentist, you'll be able to learn how to negotiate with people, because it's all marketing. Whatever business you get in, sales is the lifeblood of any business. If there's money involved, there's selling involved. So that's a huge thing. Whether it's a doctor or dentist, they have to be able to sell themselves to their clients. Right? If people like you more as a doctor, you're going to get more clients. So it doesn't matter the industry. It's not if you're just a CEO or if you want to be a stud salesman or own a franchise, anything, doctor, dentist, whatever it is.
Yeah, one of those mentors of mine is actually a good friend of mine. You know, he earned enough money. He did this a few summers. He earned enough money to buy into a franchise. Wow. Today he owns about 20 restaurants.
Wow.
That's awesome. He's the same age as me.
Wow.
That's pretty impressive when you think about it at this age.
That's cool.
But also too, I just think about just adding on to that, you know, but you look at, and if you were to go interview after having done this a few summers with an accounting firm, with a law firm, with an engineering firm, you're meeting with some partner, and they ask you, hey, tell me about summer sales, and you say, hey, look, I mean, that's just so valuable to say, hey, look, I went out and I built the top line of this company by this many hundreds of thousands of dollars, and I was working straight commission. That speaks volumes to you, and they're going to want to hire you, because at some point, if you stick with the firm, they need to grow their own customers. Like you look at accounting firms, where they struggle the most is business, and I only say this not to digress. You know, I studied accounting, but it is the partners of an accounting firm that go out and do the sales. And so when they're trying to hire you and they're saying, hey, if this person becomes a partner and he can go out and sell our accounting firm, that's a huge asset, whether it be accounting, a law firm, anything out there.
Yeah.